Hello students, myself Archana Varude from Praveen Patel College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to study the chapter number 1 of Elements of Electronics. Subject code is 22213 and chapter number 1 is Semiconductor Diodes. And after watching this video, you will be able to understand what is meant by conductors, semiconductors and insulator, and how to draw the energy band diagram for conductors, insulators and semiconductors, and what are the types of semiconductors. Here we know that solids are classified into three types. First is conductor, second is semiconductor and third is insulator. And these conductors means the materials through which electric current conducts speedily and easily, and therefore it is called as a conductor. Or we can say that a material conducts electricity if it contains movable charges in it. And in conductors there are more number of movable charges. And the free electrons move randomly inside a solid and they carry a charge, and therefore these free electrons are called as charge carriers. And in conductors, the valence band and conduction band is overlapping to each other. Or in other words, we can say that there is no forbidden energy gap between valence band and conduction band for conductors. And there are excess number of electrons in conductors, and therefore it has no forbidden energy gap. And the examples of conductors are silver, copper, aluminium. This diagram shows the energy band diagram for conductors. Here this is valence band, this is conduction band, and this conduction band it is almost full, and therefore there is no forbidden energy gap for conductors. And here this arrow shows these are the number of electrons, and it is observed that in conduction band there are number of free electrons. Then what is by semiconductors? The material having conductivity less than that of conductor and more than that of insulator are called as semiconductors. And the forbidden energy gap for semiconductor is about 1 electron volt. And there are two examples of semiconductors. First is germanium, second is silicon. And for germanium, the forbidden energy gap value is 0.72 electron volt, and for silicon its value is 1.12 electron volt. And at room temperature, that heat energy is sufficient to lift the electron, to shift the electron from valence band to conduction band. And therefore at that heat energy, some electrons jump from valence band to conduction band, and therefore at room temperature that semiconductors conducts some amount of that electric current, but it is very few. This is the energy band diagram for semiconductors. Same here, this is valence band, this is conduction band, but there is some gap between this conduction band and valence band, and its value is about 1 electron volt. Then what is by insulator? The material through which electric current does not flow is called as a insulator. And the examples of insulators are wood, plastic and rubber. And in this case of insulator, the gap between valence band and conduction band is very wide. That is a very large gap between that valence band and conduction band for insulator. And that energy gap is greater than 5.5 electron volt. And because of this, it is not practically possible for an electron in the valence band to jump from valence band to conduction band, and therefore there is no electrical current conduction in between insulator. This is the energy band diagram for insulator. Here this is valence band, then upper band is called as conduction band, and there is a large gap between valence band and conduction band for insulator, and its value is about 5.5 electron volt, and therefore practically it is not possible to jump the electron from valence band to conduction band, and therefore there is no electrical current conduction in between insulators. And here we know that what is by semiconductors, the material having conductivity less than that of conductor and more than that of insulator is called as a semiconductor. There are two examples of semiconductors, that is silicon and germanium, and the forbidden energy gap for semiconductor is 1 electron volt, and these semiconductors are classified into two types. First is intrinsic semiconductor and second is extrinsic semiconductor. Then now we see what is by intrinsic semiconductor. When we take silicon and germanium in its purest form, that means when there is no any impurities added in silicon and germanium, then that type of semiconductors are called as intrinsic semiconductor. And we know that in silicon and germanium, it has 4 electrons in its outermost orbit, and to complete an octet, that each atom requires 4 electrons, and which is done by sharing 1 electron from each of the 4 neighboring atoms. See this diagram. Here this is called as the crystalline structure of silicon and germanium. Here we take silicon, and as shown in this diagram, each atom is surrounded by the 4 atoms. Consider the silicon atom, and it is observed that it is surrounded by the neighboring 4 atoms, and therefore due to that there is a covalent bond formation, and which consists of 2 electrons, one from each adjacent atom. See here in this diagram, this is the covalent bond, these are the valence electrons, and both electrons are shared by 2 atoms, and in this semiconductor no free electron available for the electrical conduction because they are used to form the covalent bond, and the semiconductors behaves as a perfect insulator and absolute zero temperature. And when electrons move away from that broken covalent bond, that hole is created, and the vacancy is called as hole, and whenever free electron is generated, a hole is created simultaneously, and this generation of electron hole pair, it is called as a thermal generation. Then now we see what are the effects of temperature on intrinsic semiconductor. That means when temperature increases, then what are the effects on intrinsic semiconductor? First point is, as temperature of semiconductor increases, then its conductivity increases. Second, as temperature of the semiconductor increases, its resistance decreases, because here in first point we say that conductivity increases, and as conductivity increases, due to that resistivity decreases. And third point is, it has a negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Then what is meant by extrinsic semiconductor? We see here that in intrinsic semiconductor, it is a purest form of that semiconductors, and opposite to that extrinsic semiconductor, it is impure form of semiconductor. And when semiconductors are to be used for specific application, their current carrying capacity must be larger, and this is achieved by adding a small amount of suitable impurity to a semiconductor. That means when we add small amount of impurity, then its current conducting capacity increases, and the process of adding an impurity to a pure semiconductor, it is known as a doping. and depending on the impurity added, there are two types of extrinsic semiconductor. And the purpose of this adding impurity is to increase either the number of free electrons or number of holes in a semiconductor. And these extrinsic semiconductors are divided into two types. First is N-type extrinsic semiconductor and second is P-type extrinsic semiconductor. In next lecture, we are going to study what is by N-type semiconductor and what is by P-type semiconductor. Thank you.